Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. Today is my birthday, March 16th, 2022. I have successfully made 36 revolutions around the sun. So, something came in the mail today that I'm very excited for, and I'm glad it came on my birthday. So, in one of my previous videos, I discussed how a lot of my guitars are cheap Chinese. So this one right here, this bass, and this surf green Stratocaster, as well as my Telecaster here, they're all Chinese cheap guitars. But you know, I always talk about the importance of made in America manufacturing and the jobs they provide to help our economy, and also the quality of things being made here. So I decided to put my money where my mouth is and buy myself a made in America Fender Stratocaster, because that's the top level. I mean, other than custom shop, the made in America Strats are, you know, that's the cream of the crop right there. So let's get to it. It's a box within a box. Oh, here we go. I have never had a full hard shell case before. This is very exciting for me. Everything I have are different kinds of gig bags, just padded bags for my guitars. This is my first hard shell case. So I guess the American series, the American made Fenders, come with hard shell cases, which is awesome. Here we go. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Here it is. Made in America Fender Stratocaster. Okay, so this has a maple neck. I believe that the body is made out of alder or ash. I'll have to look that up. It is in Olympic white, because that's what Jimi Hendrix had towards the end of his career, was an Olympic white maple fretboard Fender Stratocaster. He had the late 60s, early 70s version with a little bit like bigger headstock here. And of course, he played like this and restrung it up, you know, upside down. But whew, this is so beautiful. So something about this that's special is the pickups. You know, as far as guitars go, a guitar is, it's a guitar. It's a slab of wood. Most of the manufacturing processes are all done very similarly. What really matters is the electronics inside. And these have special V-Mod 2 pickups that are going to sound a lot better than cheap pickups. As well as some of the other manufacturing processes of the American mades. They're going to be a little bit more hands-on, especially with quality control. But after the machines, you know, they do have machines to route out all the shapes. But then they go to people and they get worked on by hand. So hand sanding and finishing, everything inside gets hand wired. Be the same over in China with the cheap ones, but the quality control and the quality of the master craftsmen that work on these is going to be a lot better. Oh, and here we go on the neck. you've got a rolled edge on the side, and these frets have been hand rounded. It's been set up by a Fender, I guess you could call him a luthier, but professionally set up, so everything, all the intonation should be precise, correct. I wonder if it's tuned. You know, I assume they tune it because they have to play it and test everything, but I wonder if it stayed in tuned throughout its journey. We'll play with a Fender pick. It sounds in tune still. There's a few that have been out of tune. This plays. Now I know what it's supposed to feel like when you play it. I still have some setting up to do on a lot of my guitars. So this here is a Squire that is made by Fender. It's their cheap line, and I believe I'm not sure, it's made overseas somewhere. And it didn't come precisely set up like this one. I can tell this is what it's supposed to feel like. I don't think I've ever played a guitar that's been set up. This is brand new, so from the factory, set up by their professionals. I've never played a guitar like that. Most of my guitars are used, or if they are new, they've came from overseas, and maybe sat on a show floor for a little bit, and people have messed with them. So this is, whoo. Now, Jimi Hendrix did not have the tortoise shell pickguard. I believe he just had a regular white pickguard, but they didn't have any that are like that. They do make a Jimi Hendrix signature guitar, and what you know, for a right-handed player, everything looks the same except for the headstock is reversed. It's upside down, so it looks like how he used to play like this. But the guitar itself over here, everything is normal with the exception of the pickups being flipped, I believe flipped upside down, like they would have been if he was playing like that way. The windings and everything would have been flipped upside down, and this pickup right here, instead of leaning back like this, it's in the other direction like this on the Jimi Hendrix signature. I thought about getting the Jimi Hendrix signature, but it is made in Mexico. So it is a Mexican Stratocaster, and for a little bit more, I could get I say a little bit more, about $600 more. I could get this, the American Professional II series Stratocaster. And it has the typical 5-way switch. So all the way down is the bridge pickup. Go up, it's running these two, kind of like a humbucker. Middle position is the middle. That fourth position is these two. The last position is just the bridge pickup. I say bridge, neck pickup, I'm sorry, neck pickup. And then there's this tone control here. At any point I can turn it on by pressing it. It's actually a press button, and it will at any point include the neck pickup in any position. So I could have this running with this. Right here on the back, Fender American Professional II. I have my serial number that starts out with US. And, ooh, right there underneath the Fender logo, it says Corona, California. Again, I really wanted an American Stratocaster, an American Fender guitar. Man, it just feels so good. It feels so much better than any guitar I've ever played or held. I wanted an American guitar because I do have a lot of all my guitars are made overseas, even if they are a main, big brand manufacturing, like the Squier here, or like the two Ibanez's I have, the acoustic and the semi-hollow body. Even though they're made by Ibanez, they are made overseas. So this is an American-made guitar. I work for a company that is a manufacturing company in the United States, and so that's very important, especially right now because we work in the electrical utility industry, and it is very important for the security and quality of our grid to not be reliant on anything made overseas, or especially China. So decided to put my money where my mouth is and get this beautiful American-made guitar. So let's look at some of the accessories that we have here. Comes with this little bag here with them and keys, because the middle latch on the case has a lock on it. Ooh, my certificate of authenticity. Ooh. There we go. Now, let's I'm gonna have to get used to the amount of give that this tremolo system on this Strat has. I'm just blown away, and I am so happy about this. I think I'm going to plug it in here for a second. We'll get some tones out of it. Okay, so I've just retuned it because it dropped a little out of tune. The strings are new, so they got to stretch, and that'll be a process of stretching the strings out till they gain stability. Which I think I'm going to leave them on here for now. I'm not sure exactly the string gauge that they put on here, but I believe it's starting at 9 and going up. But when I do change the strings, I purchased these. And this is Fender's set of strings that are based on the gauges of strings that Jimi Hendrix used, because he didn't use a normal standard set of strings. They start at 10 on the high E, and they go up to 38 on the low E. And but a few of the strings, it's like he took two sets of strings and combined them. He took like a couple from one set and replaced it with like the other set, it mixed in there. But Fender makes these. I think there might be a few other companies that make a set of Jimi Hendrix replica gauge string sets. And but you know, here we go. We have the authentic Hendrix there. I also picked up this guitar strap, which is a replication of like the one that he used in the Woodstock era when he was rocking out on his white Fender Stratocaster. So yeah, let's hear some tunes or some tones now that we're plugged in. Woo! Add a little fuzz to that. So the first thing that I noticed right off the bat is that this guitar is so much louder than all of my other guitars. And I guess you would attribute that to good pickups. These pickups are picking up the signal, the vibration of the strings way better than all my other guitars, because I'm having to put it really low. In comparison to what I was playing for the last few days with my other guitars, I turned the volume up a little bit more. These pickups are way more sensitive to the vibrations, so it's making the signal louder. Now that I have this, pretty sure I'm going to go back and take some actual lessons now. I found a couple instructors, one in particular that I feel like I like his style and his credentials. So I'm going to start taking lessons again and be able to play this thing and justify all the guitars that I have that I'm not playing to their full potential. So I promise I will get better at playing Jimi, especially now that I have this. I really want to learn how to play a lot more Jimi Hendrix and just get better at lead solo type stuff. that American Fender Stratocaster sounds so good that it makes me want to get rid of all of my other guitars. I'm not gonna. Because if nothing else, they look great on a wall, you know, and, you know, they were cheap enough that they're just pieces of art at this point, because I don't think I'm ever gonna play any. I might play this one, my 1968 Silvertone. I might continue to play that one, but even then, I mean, that was never the greatest playing one out of all my guitars. It's just that it's vintage and it looks cool. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.